Hi, folks. Welcome back to Pop Pop Fizzle. I'm Jeff.
I'm Heidi.
And we are back with Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Last week, we were still in the 80s.
We were still in the 80s.
Finishing up, or catching up, actually, I should say, with Daisy's mom.
Indeed.
We met possibly a sibling, although we don't have any real proof of that.
Yeah, I think by the time I got done watching that and kind of thought it through, I was like, no, she's probably not an actual sibling.
Possibly.
Possibly.
Possibly not. And really, since there's not much more time in the season, I'm guessing they're not going to worry about that too much.
No. Details.
Yeah, details. But we do know that there were some issues with the time drive.
Yes.
There's issues with my time drive too, but it usually has to do with getting to places I'm trying to be in the right amount of time. Not exactly a time travel thing, just more of a me being irresponsible kind of thing. But they were having trouble with the time drive, which seemed to be popping them in and out of time in short bursts.
Faster
but
and faster.
If they didn't fix it, they might implode or come unstuck in time or something.
Like reappear
something bad.
Reappear within themselves. Something.
Yeah, TARDIS within a TARDIS. There's all kinds of problems with that stuff.
Yeah, when that happens like that, for sure.
That's right. You don't want two puns. So basically what's going to happen in this episode, I'm guessing, is we're going to find out what happened to them. They kind of thought it was fixed, wasn't fixed. Now we got to deal with whatever the repercussions are of that. We still have Chronicoms to deal with.
Yeah.
Still have Nathaniel. Is
Hall?
that his name?
Yeah. Hall.
No. That's you're thinking of. No, Hall is the scientist guy with the glasses.
Oh.
This is the kid that's the Malik.
Oh.
That should have died but didn't die.
Yeah.
So we've still got, and we've got Cam out there.
Sybil.
I'm going to call her Cam. We've still got Cam out there.
Cambot.
Yeah, causing problems as well. So who knows what all we're going to see in this. Still haven't seen Fitz.
To my everlasting disappointment, I'm hoping that changes this time.
Now, we do know a few things, and I actually was spoiled about something big.
I hate
to say it. I'm not going to say anything now, of course, because we're about to watch it, but I will tell you afterwards what I was spoiled on. The other thing that I do know, which is not really a spoiler, is that Elizabeth Henstridge, I believe, directed this episode.
I believe she directed it
Good
as well.
for her. I've got to say that among my celebrity encounters, she was by far one of the sweetest that I've had. So very sweet lady. Very happy for her that she got to direct this and very excited to watch it.
Yeah.
All right. What we need you to do is the usual thing. You know how this goes. If you like content like this, you got to
hit the thumbs up
and consider subscribing to the channel. We appreciate that too. There's lots of links down in the description below for where you can find us on Patreon, where you can find us on Twitter, or you can find us on Facebook, where you can find our podcast. So lots of stuff down there. If you want to keep up with us in other ways, you'll be able to find it there. We're going to jump into this, tell you our thoughts. You're going to do your part by jumping into the comments when we're done and letting us know what you think.
Yes.
Here we go.
All right.
Trying to get a read on our location.
What's happening?
Time drive overloaded.
Any chance this 21st century slang for worked normally?
Where are we?
Guys,
Probably not.
anyone want to fill me in on that?
Ah. Black hole. Singularity of some sort, I'm sure.
Now, if another Enterprise
Ooh.
comes out of there and just... Oh, no.
That's not how that works.
Tattletale.
What?
What?
Just some tools Deep left lying around, which he's been doing a lot.
Agent Simmons, would you like some help examining the time drive?
I would, yes, but Mac first.
No, fixing the time drive is the most important.
Shut it, we can do both.
No. Oh, no. Oh, no.
Time's done a loop-de-loop.
Yeah, it is.
But I bet you they're closer to the drain.
Bet you're right.
No way.
So how about you close those blast doors?
Yeah.
That's great.
Sure.
I think we're in the time loop too, honey.
Yes, I think you're right.
Looks like something just fried the Quinjet's flight system.
I think we're in the time loop too, honey.
Yes.
You anywhere nearby?
Is that Deke's gross 80s clone?
Yes.
Q Enoch.
Agent Simmons, would you like some help examining the time drive?
Listen, okay, I need your help. You won't believe this, but I keep...
Repeating the same events over and over again? Yeah. How long did it take you to figure it out this time?
Oh.
Oh boy.
If you forgot everything we went through, I guess that means you died again.
Thanks.
I died?
And always say it just like that. We're the only two who remember. So each time you die in one of these loops, you don't remember anything in the next reset. So then you have to learn everything all over again.
That's awful.
It's annoying, because who has to teach you every time? This guy. I've done it 14 times so far.
We've done this 14 times?
No. You've died 14 times. We've been through this loop 87 times. Or I should say, 87 that I know about.
That you know about.
Because you don't come power me up every
Right.
time.
Yeah.
Okay, not your fault. P.S. Not a big fan of starting each loop powered down. Each loop resets us, but it also brings the Zephyr a little closer to the vortex and destruction.
We're gonna run out of loops.
See above, Ari, let's do this fast.
We are repeating time. Sparks, Yo-Yo, Simmons, Deke.
Looks like something just fried the Quinjet's flight system.
Radiation levels are off the charts.
Radiation levels are off the charts. We need to get out of this.
And Deke, who doesn't want to alarm anyone.
I don't want to alarm anyone.
We don't have time for secrets. An implant?
I told you, we can never know where Fitz is. This ensures I don't.
You put something in there to prevent you from doing that.
Simmons.
Don't do that.
Okay,
There you
let's
go.
go before I change my mind.
But this time I'll be going in there with you.
But
Oh.
again, feel safe.
It's good. It's good.
I'm going in there. They're dead.
So,
What a pain in the ass.
yep.
This was no accident. It was deliberate. Almost as if it was.
Murder. Yeah, we get it.
Every attempt so far has been on Simmons. She's the one they're trying to kill.
Maybe, but we still need the scanner.
Right, but if I die, I'll just, reset, no problem. If you die, you lose your memories, and you have to waste all this time relearning everything.
There you go.
Time we don't have.
Oh.
Hey,
Oh.
hey, Susan.
Oh.
I don't like watching you die. I don't like watching any of you die over and over.
We will figure this out. You know we will.
Sure, but in the meantime, it is soul-crushing, if I even have a soul.
Don't talk like that again. Of course you have a soul.
Don't say that. Don't say of course.
Does it not occur to you that I might know something about watching my friend die over and over again?
I will watch all of you die, one by one. Everyone I love. Because someone decided I should. It's Enoch. Now, Enoch, if I'm wrong, you won't have any problem with this.
Oh.
Oh. Wow.
There you go.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Aw.
Yeah.
What are you doing up?
Why do you care?
Oh.
Because you don't?
We think you're gonna laugh.
Or just at least see the irony in it.
You did not see the irony.
He did not.
I think it's time we get everyone in on the act.
Hey, what are you doing up?
Hey, what are you doing up?
Well, believe it or not, I am stuck in a time loop, and I'm running out of ways to save us all.
Okay. How can I help? I know your type.
My what now?
I know people like you. Some of my favorite people are people like you. Focused on the greater good, even at your own expense. You want people to think you like being alone, even though you always end up back with friends.
But how does that...
Because when people like you run into those walls, you should have someone there to pick you back up.
And you like to be that someone?
Not for everyone.
Aw.
It helps if they're fun to be around and if they say what they mean and if they have that superpower where they can rock things around, which is very impressive.
That is awfully specific.
Mm-hmm.
Next time, same thing, but faster.
Yep.
I need you to do something for me.
Of course. Well, what do you need?
Okay. He's not going to remember it.
That was nice. Now we need to trap a space robot. It would be like removing a human being's heart. Taking it out would.
Taking it out would kill him.
Simmons? Simmons, are you okay?
Oh my God.
Gemma, what are you remembering?
John.
Gemma, what is it? What are you remembering?
No!
I don't want to alarm anyone.
How far are we from the vortex?
We're less than 1 kilometer.
Enoch has something called an electrocom displacement mechanism.
Yes. I understand.
No, there has to be another solution.
We have tried every possible angle.
You can't just expect Enoch to sacrifice him.
I believe this is what you need.
Enoch.
Enoch.
What did you do? What needed to be done, apparently.
Enoch killed Heidi.
And the rest of you will live. I would like to think Fitz would do the same for me. Oh my.
Oh.
I do not feel at all well. I am feeling, as you might expect, some anxiety now.
You don't have to. You're not alone. Daisy and I will stay with you right up to the end. Dying is lonely. But the feeling is temporary. At least for the person dying. The ones who are left behind. Less so. I guess that's the one advantage to going first.
While your friends will indeed survive, the team will not.
What do you mean?
I have seen the future. Carry on this mission and cherish it, for it will be your last mission together. Fitz. He was my best friend.
And you were a good friend to Fitz. You were a good friend to all of us.
As I have always.
Jump successful, everybody. We're safe.
All right, that was it for Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I've lost count of which episode we're on.
It was 9.
9, that's correct, yes. I believe the episode was called As I Have Always Been. And that was what I got spoiled on, unfortunately, that Enoch was leaving. That he didn't survive the end of the episode. I didn't know how or anything, so that was good. At least there was still some surprise in this episode for me. I'll give Heidi a minute. Normally I throw it to her right away, but well done episode. So kudos to Elizabeth Henstridge for directing this episode. Solid episode from start to finish. And I think it's a testament to the writing of the show and to the staff of the show that we come to care about a character like Enoch in such a short amount of time, that his loss affects us the way that any team member's loss would. From early days, his connection with Fitz was really cool. I hate that we didn't get to see them together again.
Yeah.
I'm very curious about what else Gemma remembered with her implant out.
Yeah, that
and
was...
why she was sad. I worry about that a bit.
That's worrisome for sure.
Of course, Enoch having seen the future, that's worrisome too, what that means.
So my thought on that is that, yes, this is the last mission, but that doesn't mean that they won't be going on. It doesn't mean that they won't be going on. It just means this is the last mission. So maybe they can stop and just be, instead of constantly trying to save the world.
Yeah. I definitely enjoyed this episode tremendously, not just because it had an emotional weight to it, but just the character interactions, especially between Coulson and Daisy.
Oh, that was fun.
Their relationship was one of those things that early on, even in season 1, cemented me to this cast and to this show, because she was not S.H.I.E.L.D. material when they first met her. No. But he believed in her and who she could be, and we got to see her build a relationship with May and her build a relationship with Fitz and Simmons, and so she's been kind of our key figure as an audience into the show, as she's become more and more into her power and into who she is as a person, and finding her way as a S.H.I.E.L.D. agent, and leading the team in lots of different ways in lots of different situations, including knowing that she didn't need to lead the team and passing that to Mac. So seeing her and Coulson and having her be the one to sort of try to cement for him that, you may not feel like yourself, but you are. You're saying the things to me that he would say. You're, like, even though she didn't say those things, like what we got him. And what he got, I think, especially through that last interaction with Enoch, is that because you're a part of this, because you're here, because we care about you, that's all that matters. You're alive in every way that counts. And so I thought it was great how that was all folded into a very fast-paced, problem-solving episode.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. I'm very glad that they didn't waste any time starting all the way over, and they picked up where the relevancy was, so that was nice. Okay, so all of you Daisy and Sousa shippers got what you wanted. I've never disliked the idea of them together. It's just not something that I felt. So
I just saw their chemistry right off the bat, and I thought, well, if you're ending this and people are going to get, if anybody is going to get any sort of happy ending, then, you Max got Yo-Yo, May's got Coulson, Deke's gonna die. No, I kid.
Did Deke die?
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
That's so sad.
It's just kind of a nod to the teasing and camaraderie they have with Jeff Ward, where they're always giving him a hard time. But no, I think that I felt their chemistry right off the bat. I didn't need it to happen. If it hadn't happened, I would have just been fine. It's fine. But I just felt their chemistry and felt like that was something that was happening, whether we were all okay with it or not. I'm okay with it. I like it.
I don't dislike it.
As somebody who watched Agent Carter and liked Sousa, I was very, the notion of him pining after Peggy Carter forever, knowing that she was going to pine for Steve Rogers forever, was kind of sad.
Yeah.
So now that we know that Peggy got a happy ending, I want him to have one too. I don't want to think about him just pining away for Peggy, and that's never going to happen. So,
for one thing, he's like still brisk, young / middle
right.
age, and she's going to be 90 and not remember him.
Right, but no, but the other side of that is that what he said was true. That he sees the same sort of character in her that he probably saw in Peggy, which is, given his time period, not common for men to see women in that capacity, right or wrong, just not the way that they would normally think. So he got bowled over by somebody like Peggy Carter, and he sees that same strong
grit,
no nonsense, grit in Daisy, and he still admires it. I don't think there's a comparison in his head. He's just like, I've seen what this does to somebody. Somebody needs to stand up for you and kind of make sure you're okay and look out for you. I don't think it was patronizing or anything like that. I think he just genuinely was like, wow. So, and when you see wow, sometimes you just want to be around it.
Yeah.
So I think him getting a chance to explain that to Daisy had an impact on her as well. I think she already felt something, but I like that she put him on the spot. So I'm taking a minute. Tell me.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
Why are you like this? I like that. I like his character a lot. I like what he brings to the show a lot. He's been a fantastic addition in the end here. You know?
Absolutely. Like, so glad that he's with them.
As has Enoch, as far as just time in the team and
I almost
connection.
forgot about that for 3 seconds. Thanks.
Sorry. As much as I miss Fitz, and I do, I very much have enjoyed having Sousa around. We're getting closer to the end.
I don't like it.
And we still haven't seen Fitz.
I don't like that.
I'm still upset about that. I'm enjoying the show. Have not had a single episode that I was just like, meh.
Yeah, same. And then we got our question answered. Yes, this is in fact Daisy's sister.
Although I would say out of all of the episodes that we've had, last episode was probably my least favorite. It was fine, but it was my least favorite of the things that we've seen because the time that they're in didn't matter so much in the last episode.
No.
Other than it was the MacGuffin because I needed to talk to somebody that was alive in that time period.
Yeah.
So that kind of made it lower on the tier for me. But this episode more than made up for it. I love these kinds of episodes.
Well, I mean, that last episode still moved the story forward. So,
Sure.
I mean, there's that.
Sure. Especially for May and for Yo-Yo.
Yeah.
And we kind of were missing out on their side of the story for a while. So it was good that they had an episode to kind of plow through some of that and
flush
work through
things
it.
out a little bit. Yeah. So, but yeah, so now we know for sure that Daisy has an older sister. Interesting that they were both inhuman with some sort of destructive powers. So
yes,
so interesting there,
and also kind of elemental powers.
Yeah, so we have fire and we have.
If Elsa shows up, I'm done.
Yeah,
just saying.
I don't think she'll be related. What were her mother's? I can't remember what her powers were.
It's been too long. I just don't remember.
Sorry.
I was trying to remember last week and I just couldn't.
Yeah.
But I am very curious about where this show is headed.
Yeah.
We've only got a few episodes left. Don't know where we're going.
And the other thing is that, they've got that time thing fixed, so they can just jump back to where they need to be, but without knowing what kind of chaos is running around in the interim years with this guy and Daisy's sister. So,
right.
So if they jump forward to where they think they're supposed to be, how much got messed up by those two?
True.
So there's that.
Yeah. But it's possible that Fitz is still, assuming that what Simmons has said is on the up and up. If Fitz is guiding their jump to the right places and times, then it could be that he keeps them from going all the way back because he knows that this thing has happened and they've got to fix it. So I guess we'll see next episode. I'm going to be sad to say goodbye to these characters. I think we said that last time too. I get attached to characters in television shows for sure.
Yeah. If we have to lose somebody each one of these episodes, I'm going to be really, really angry. I'm going to be very, very angry. So hopefully this is the last actual death loss that we're going to have. Future me is probably going to be like, shut up. But really, let's have everyone have happy or good endings. Those are the things that I always want. And Enoch had a good ending, even if it was sad for everyone else. It was a good ending for him.
Yeah, and very, very good in that he didn't even think about it.
Yeah.
He's just, this is what needs to happen for you guys to survive. Mm-hmm. The goal is for you guys to live. Whatever I need to do, I do it. It was simple for him. And I think that just shows what a great guy Enoch was. And I like that, knowing that this was kind of where things were going to end up with him, that he got that moment with Gemma and Deke to hear that he's considered part of their family.
Yeah.
And that he took that as the compliment that they meant it as. So
yeah.
Really cool. Like I said, really big fan of how Coulson and Daisy got a chance to shine in this episode, and just their relationship. And then the funny, I thought the comedy was on point.
It was perfect.
Constant shots of them laying haphazardly around the room after trying to deal with Enoch was hilarious. But yeah, solid episode, start to finish.
Yeah.
We want to know what you think, though. You jump down to the comments below and let us know. And I want to hear now, no spoilers if you've heard something or if you have any information you shouldn't. No spoilers. But I do want to know what your theories are about where this show is going to land. Are they still going to be attached to the MCU timeline? Have they already messed that up? Are we going to find ourselves in a world where they can put a lot of bad stuff to bed and just have a happy ending? What do you think? What are the possibilities that you've considered and that you're rooting for? We want to hear that and have that conversation with you in the comments down below.
Yes.
If you want to see the full length reaction to this episode, you can do that on Patreon. The link will be down in the description. And we'll be back next week with yet another episode as we get closer to the end of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yep.
Any other thoughts before we go?
No.
R.I.P. Enoch. We'll pour one out for you.
Yep.
I don't want to make a mess, but I'll do something. Anyway, that's it for us. Until next time, folks.
Bye.
Bye.